Hello everyone and welcome to month 12 of my Korean learning journal. Officially 1 year of learning Korean. How exciting. But unfortunately, I don't know if this video will be that exciting. However, I guess it's kind of exciting because I'm recording this a day after I should really be. But it's okay. It's exciting because I am going to Korea very soon. So I get to put it all into practice. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, I didn't, even though this is kind of the 12-month mark and it's the really cool, oh my God, I've been doing it for a year kind of thing. I didn't really write any notes throughout the month. So I've kind of just written these notes today. I had nothing written down at all. So that's a little bit disappointing. Sorry about that. Anyway, I think I would like to make like a really well-structured, edited, like retrospective video on like my overall thoughts on learning Korean over this past year. Perhaps like after my Korea trip, or like perhaps I'll make a video after like the 1,000 hour mark to get that clickbait going. But that could be an option too. That's I want to try and do that because I think it's kind of cool. I've been doing it for a year now. It's been 12 months. I'm almost at the 1,000 hour mark, and I think it would be cool to make like a more, I guess, structured and edited video about my thoughts and stuff and my progress. I think that would do quite well and be, a good way to celebrate and celebrate my achievements so far, I guess, because it's not easy putting so much spare time into learning a language over a year and consistently doing it. So I should be proud, I guess. But I kind of just started rambling on, but I didn't really talk about stats. But anyway, we'll go with stats first. That's most fun, right? So I'm at 4,827 known words on Kimchi Reader, almost at 5,000, which is cool. Seeing words at 527. Studied every day this month. This is how many reviews? 8,795 reviews, 803 young cards, 6,836 mature cards. But this is always across everything. This isn't this vocab. This is across like grammar, hunter, like some idiomatic expressions. Like, so it's not all vocab based, but like I would say 90% of it's like vocab. Anyway, for this month, 47 hours of active input, 0 hours of like recorded output. Ouch. Not ideal given I'm going to Korea very soon. But we got 71 total hours. So over the last 12 months, we're at 941 total hours. 67 were passive. 303 hours of like primary, which is kind of just Anki. 9 hours of output. 561 hours of active input, which is pretty good, but I'd still wish this number was actually higher. But anyway, it's okay. So I might just like quickly go over the stats. Anyway, here's like the breakdown for this month, 71 total hours. You can kind of see what I spent most of my time here doing, but it was actually pretty limited, and a lot of it kind of came from just listening. And I guess that's kind of just from my busy schedule lately. It's a bit all over the place, and I'm not really in that good of a routine anymore where I'm just trying to get most of my like immersion where I can from listening while like paying like 95% attention to what I'm listening to while doing other things, or I still get YouTube going. YouTube's still pretty high. Drama's pretty high. So it's like 50-50 between audio only and a visual aid, I guess. So I would like this ratio to be like much higher though, but I can't see that being that achievable in the near future, but hopefully soon. I guess we can look at like, unfortunately with Toggle, I have learnt that you can't display by all time. There's no option to do all time. So you have to go by year. So like this is this year so far. We're at 329 total hours. And then for last year, we're at 613 total hours. So that's where we're at. Unless someone knows a way to make it count, like more than a year, let me know. I haven't figured it out. I don't think it's possible. I don't even know if it's possible if you like pay for it, but that's kind of annoying. But anyway, I can't go back now. I've already put all my hours into this application, so it's not like I can go back. Anyway, here's the Anki stats. Let's just go straight into like the main deck, I guess. Let's change this to 1 month. This is 1 month. Yeah, I'm not gonna like talk to it, but I'll just like try and slowly scroll through so you can see where everything's at. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Boom, boom, boom. Do we want search tags? We don't really need search tags extended, do we? Anyway, that's kind of cool. I already done my Anki for today, so we're off to a great start with May. Let's just go back to my notes now, then talk to them. So yeah, I didn't really meet any of my goals from last month that I set. I barely did any trackable output, despite wanting to focus on it like this month and go hard. I just didn't, which is a shame, but it is what it is, right? I can't change it. I didn't like achieve my stretch goal of like 1,000 total hours, which was a pretty insane goal to begin with. Like I kind of went in knowing that it'll be a bit too hard to achieve, but it's okay. I'm okay with missing out on that. But the 1 year, 1,000 hours is like a nice combo, but you know, I can just pretend, right? Even still, I'm kind of happy I managed to get a little over 70 hours in for the month, because I'm just still trying to adjust to a new routine at the moment, but hopefully I'll find my footing after my holiday to Korea. But slow and steadily increasing my vocabulary. It was a little more gradual this month compared to the last two. Like this month was up 681, where last month was up 1,000. But I think that's also just because I was doing a lot more immersion last month too, where I had more opportunities to mark words as known and whatnot. But I'm still doing the same 25 new vocab cards per day, so that hasn't changed. Where I'm up to. I like watch them. I have like a bit of an interest in like game development content. So I watched some like cool Korean Godot game development videos, and I think it was actually really interesting because even though like my comprehension is a lot lower for that kind of content, because I mostly consume like vlogs, podcasts, easier stuff I can find in terms of dramas and whatnot, like romance, slice of life. I think there's some benefit to just watching something you are most interested. Like, I think it would be really beneficial for me, even if the comprehension isn't that high, just trying to keep consuming content that I'd consume in English, really. Like, I would probably watch similar content in English. So if I can watch that kind of content in Korean, even if the comprehension is low, I guess I might be more engaged than I otherwise would be. Because right now, I literally kind of just default to whatever has the highest comprehension. I'll just go on Kimchi Reader and be like, yep, this is high comprehension. I'll pick this one rather than like picking what I think would be most interesting, I guess, and what I'd be most engaged. But in terms of like the known and seen words, I still haven't gone through all the content I've watched so far and marked like truly seen words as seen. Seen words still right now, I just like, it's either mind and I haven't started the flashcard, or it's mind, I'm learning it, but it's not mature yet. I've also got this idea for like recall Anki flashcards I like to try and experiment with, so I might even just show it. But like they look like this. Let's see. Yeah, like if I preview it, there's like, I got the definition in Korean, I got the English definition if I need it, but it's about like, what word goes here, right? You can't see it right now because for some reason, Anki doesn't let you preview like typing in, but what actually happens here, there's like a typing box and you like want to try and type this, right? I think I can show it if I do this. Yeah, so there's this box here that you can type in, and then you flip to the back and it like tells you if you're wrong or not. So I think that might be a really good way to like practice like micro outputting, I guess. Just small little bits of output within my Anki routine to kind of get that part of my brain ticking a bit more. And all of them are words that I know. So it's only ever going to use words that I know. So it's not about like recognition, it's just about recall. So I think they could be quite beneficial. So I might like start doing some new cards to them and like experimenting with it. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I didn't actually realize that I didn't cover my Kimchi Reader stats. But anyway, here are my Kimchi Reader stats, everyone. The known words and seen words are all different to what I wrote in Obsidian because I did my reviews today and updated Kimchi Reader. But anyway, cool stats. Yeah, that's my favorite graph, I guess. So we can see like, some huge progress compared to like, yeah. Anyway, cool. Scroll. Now this is kind of cool that this is almost filling up beginner and intermediate. That's kind of cool to see. And we're at like, oh, I'm at median 80% now. That's kind of cool. Median 80% comprehension is kind of big. Oh, there you go. Success. What else am I doing? Yep. Where am I up to reading? Oh, but I guess, yeah. I'm pretty proud of myself for sticking through with Korean for the last year. I don't think it's an easy thing for anyone to do, to like consistently be learning a new language for like a year or more, or just any amount of time. It is hard to be consistent with it. And I think anyone who is doing that, no matter how long, should be quite proud of themselves for sticking to something. So, and I'm not really someone who's very good at sticking to things. I'm someone who's not that consistent with lots of things. So I'm happy with that. Even though like I do think like a year is a pretty long time to commit to something, but in the language learning space, in like the language learning world on space, it's not really that long in the grand scheme of things. Like you need multiple years to be able to reach fluency, depending on how much time you really spend. So like a year, it's like you're just starting out, you know. But regardless, I think it should be. It's commendable. But I reckon if I were to go back and show my 1 year ago self the progress I've made, I reckon he'd be pretty impressed. So you can always think in that way. But I definitely wish I had focused a little more on outputting. And like I think I want to talk about this in my retrospective video, that I wish I was like watching content that was for my level when I started and was using subtitles and just making use of things to improve my comprehension. Because I think really for like the first 3 or 4 months of me like committing to learning Korean through immersion, that I was kind of just constantly watching stuff and consuming content that was beyond my level. And that's going to be like natural and normal when you're at that beginning stage of learning a language. But to some extent, like you have to make it at least a little bit easier for yourself. Like rather than watching dramas, like watch some comprehensible input, watch some podcasts, rather than just going in the deep end, watching dramas with no subtitles, which I did for so long. Like I watched dramas with no subtitles and I probably only knew like 60% of the words in them. Like I don't think that was very smart on my end. And I don't think you can go in to learning a language and expect that if you just watch, that you will pick it up like that. Like if you just watch anything, you'll pick it up like that. I think you do have to accept that some stuff's going to be too hard, and you have to accept like, it's okay to like make use of subtitles, like like native language subtitles, even like, make use of like Korean subtitles for Korean content, and even make use of like English subtitles. If you want to use English subtitles, make use of them. But yeah, I'm still going to say don't rely on them, but I still think that's like, it's important to think about that, to make it easier for yourself, so it's easier to comprehend, so it's easier to learn. It isn't so, I guess, useless just sitting there watching stuff you're never going to understand to begin with. But anyway, but despite not doing that much output over the last year, I'll have lots of chances to practice in Korea. But yeah, like I said last month, I guess I know enough Korean now where I can pretty much enjoy consuming content I'm interested in. I'm not catching everything. I'm not understanding everything. And I probably couldn't talk about it to myself and like review what happened and summarize what happened out loud. But I'm happy with where I'm at for now, and I'm going to keep going. Not stopping. But anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I don't want to keep rambling on for no reason. I'll see you next month when I get back from my trip to Korea. So I'm sure I'll have interesting things to talk about then. And hopefully I'll release like a 1,000 hour or 1 year retrospective video around that time when I'm back to. I would like to work on something like that and spend some time editing it and whatnot. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.